are, folks. It is your traditional scrunch for Monday, March 17. And we're going to be doing some gaming today. I have plugged in my analog pocket. Turn down the game audio just a little bit here relative to my mic. I should turn this up, get my compressor on. All right, we should be cooking now. It is Solo Scrunch today. I apologize to those of you who are disappointed by this news, but I'm going to do my best, you know? I'm going to do my best to make this time worth your while. You know, White Santa and I are both here, so technically it's not a solo scrunch. Technically it's a duo scrunch. We've got the two of us. Anyway, this is my first time trying out this setup, so yeah, basically what I've got here is, and you can sort of see here on the desk, I've got the analog pocket. I am hooked in with a controller, and I am basically just, playing this. So let me know, you know, if the sound balance is good. I've got a whole bunch of different games on here, so I'm probably going to play a number of things, but my current goal, actually, is to... Well, so basically, I'm at the point here where I'm almost about to unlock one of the secret games. In order to do that, we have to have played every game in the collection. And right now, I'm still short 2 Wario games. Game's a little loud still, really? Okay, I can turn it down a bit more. How's that? Does that balance a little better? Basically we're just going to be trying to get these two so that we can get that secret game unlocked. And then I think from there, I'm just going to try to, you know, find some other games to play. But just taking a look at chat here, we got a hype train incoming. Let's see how chat's doing today. Let me just make sure too. I think I've got sound alerts working. I think. I can never tell for sure if I've got it working or not, but I think I do. Let me just make sure that these are at the top. I don't know. Let me actually try to just play a sound real quick and see if it works. As long as we're chilling out here. Not you. Not you. Okay. I'm just going to try to play a sound real quick and see if it works.
Let's face it, diddling is harmless,
there
diddling is fun, and above all, diddling's free.
All right, great. Was everybody able to hear that? Because that did come through for me, so hopefully that's working for y'all as well. Am I going to have to fight my nemesis, Wash? Yes, that's going to be a big piece of the stream today, is finding, fighting, and defeating Wash. Diddling's confirmed. And yeah, we're here to play some WarioWare today. Just defeated Mario in a game of rock, paper, scissors. That's relatively easy for a guy like me. As is raising the
Slop for hogs.
Flag? Slop for hogs. You know, we've just got to design a Wario. It's pretty straightforward, if I'm being honest with you. We got to catch this thing. That's harder than it looks. It's really not a big deal, honestly. By the way, this is a pinball game. Later on, I am going to show you what is one of the, maybe the best menu I have ever seen in a video game ever. And it is for a pinball game that was made for the Super Nintendo. So we're going to check that later on. Devin and Trinket are not going to be here today. I have checked in with both of them. They are otherwise engaged. So if there's anything that you've wanted to just, you know, get out in a one-on-one setting, you know, talk about with me specifically, let me know. Let me know what your questions are. You know, I'll do my best to answer them. I'll do my best to address these questions. The nice thing about WarioWare is that it's a great game to just kind of play a little bit without having to expend too much mental effort. I'm also curious, like, for folks in chat. Oh, god damn it. How much WarioWare have you played? You know, for me, I have strong memories of playing this one, the original WarioWare, on my Game Boy, but also I had an emulator on my PC, just like down in my family's basement, and I just basically used that as my general purpose gaming PC. Ah. Oh, come on now. Is this something I'm too young to understand? What do you mean? What's so difficult to understand about this? You get the prompt and you do the thing that the prompt tells you to do. It's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward game. Only played Smooth Moves. Smooth Moves whips. Smooth Moves whips shit. That's a really good game. And, you know, you can't get those games without this game. This is where it all started. Come on now. Thought Josh was doing a waifu Wednesday a la Tom Walker? No, this is this is just a t-shirt that I have that's got a cool pattern on it. It's oh no! God damn it! The band Fisher Spooner made these shirts. I've had this shirt for like probably 15 years. I love it. Now the thing about this one is you want to hide his tummy, but you don't want to keep it hidden for too long because his tummy is so big and round, sort of Goku-esque in that regard, and it'll bust right out of that shirt if you're not careful. Which is definitely intriguing, you know, sensually speaking. It does, oh fuck, it does genuinely freak me out that this game is 22 years old now, though, because that just makes me feel ancient. Wario Inflation DLC. I mean, with any luck, god damn it.
Be careful!
Thank you, Real Girl IRA. Oh, speaking of the IRA, up the raw. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. There's no limeys on the stream today, so I can say that freely. This game feels like what 5-year-olds watch on TikTok. Yeah, no, exactly. It is a game. There we go. It's a game for people with TikTok style attention span, and I am one of those. There's also a really fun one, WarioWare Twisted, where basically the cartridge has a gyroscope in it, and so all of the games involve like tilting the console around and stuff. I don't have a cartridge of WarioWare Twisted. They go for like $100 these days or something like that, which is crazy. That's the other thing, is one of the things that I really lament is that I had so many games for so many different systems that I did not know would become valuable later on. Like, I had a copy of Drill Dozer, which is a Game Boy Advance game that has a Rumble Pack in it. It was one of the last games made for the Game Boy Advance, if I recall correctly, and it was developed by Game Freak, who are the guys who developed Pokemon. I do actually have that game on here just as a ROM. We could play it if you wanted to see what it looks like, but basically, god damn it. Basically, that game is also one of those that is very, very valuable in the secondhand market now because of the Rumble Pack that was in it. Without the Rumble Pack, you don't really get the full experience of playing the game. I also had a copy of Silent Hill Shattered Memories for PlayStation 2. Those things go for like $150, $200 a pop now. Had a copy of Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube. Game Boy Camera was GameCube? Game Boy Camera was Game Freak, really? I thought that was just Nintendo. Oh, damn it. Have you played the demo for Mindwave? I have not. Might have to look into that. If it's anything like WarioWare, I would play it. I mean, WarioWare, Rhythm Heaven, these are the games that I just really love. No, damn you, Mario. All right, I think that's probably about enough for WarioWare for the time being. Let's go ahead and play something else. So we have so many games on here, and I did mention Drill Dozer. Maybe we should run that real quick. I might turn the filter off. That probably gets a little weird on the display, doesn't it? Like on the stream. Let me just change that back to normal. There. All right, let's play some Drill Dozer. Can I change? Do they have Drill Dozer in the thing? Let me see if they do or not. Drill Dozer. Yes, they do. Excellent. All right, we're changing the stream category to Drill Dozer. Let's go, dude. All right. This game is great. You're not running this off original hardware? I'm afraid not. So who here had a Game Boy Advance? Sound off in chat if you had a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, these are legal sell-for backup copies. Sorry, these are legal backups. Yeah. Yeah, I ripped this shit myself. All right, seeing a lot of folks in chat who have or have had a Game Boy Advance. Little baby child who didn't understand video games enough. That's fair. Sometimes you just are a little baby child. You okay, boss? Had to sell the Micro at some point. Oh man, if you'd hung on to the Micro, you'd have that. Those things go for a lot now, don't they? Had a GBA and a Game Boy Color, but started with the DS. Wasn't the GBA backlit? It depends on the GBA. The original one was not. The SP was, and the Micro also was. All right. All right, here we go. I'm just going to kind of skip past all this dialogue because... Oh, hell yeah, here we go. Yeah. Press RL to spin your drill. Oh, another game that I had was Ghost Trick, which is obviously a word none of you are allowed to say. Hell yeah. Nice. We're drill dozing, folks. Redacted trick. That's funny. I'm inside the Skulker hideout. Keep on busting through their base, but watch out for traps. Press start to reach the save menu. Oh, okay. Nice. There's a PC version of Ghost Trick, really? GBA has the best Zelda game, yep. Yep. Hello, Larry. Hello to all chat. Incredible that you're able to do all this from the top of the mountain. Yeah, no, that's the... I'm actually, I'm in a gondola right now, surprisingly. Self-repairing barriers? What are you talking about? All right, I gotta upgrade my drill. Okay. There we go. This looks like an upgrade. Yeah. And the best thing about this game with the rumble is that it starts like rumbling harder as you shift up the gears. It's really fucking cool. All right, you gotta shift up. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, don't get caught by the ghost filter. You're not allowed to say that. I am. But you're not. DS Lite was peak. Yeah, I had a DS Lite too. And a 3DS. I mean, genuinely, just like Nintendo, Nintendo will probably never make a dedicated portable again, which is really unfortunate because, oh god, look at these fucking perverts. Get out of here, man. Ah! Okay. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. Looks like that was a little bit of healing. A little healing for us here. Yeah, buddy. Oh my god, this game is so cool. Forgotten just how good it is. Like, it's just good old-fashioned platforming, you know? See that metal block? It's made out of some kind of super strong alloy. I have to find another way around. Okay, they're talking about that one there, and this one. Okay, so I can't... No, that does. All right. ...3DS was fucking magic. The 3DS... A lot of people talk shit on, like, the 3D functionality of the 3DS, but I genuinely love it. I think it's so cool. I think, because we're talking about Animal Crossing on the Worst of All Possible Worlds this week, specifically New Horizons, but I also played a shitload of New Leaf, and one of the things that made New Leaf so uniquely cool was the way that the museum and shit looked with the 3D mode and the way that the little fish would be swimming around and all that. Just really cool stuff. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna wreck your entire house, brother. No. Ooh, what's this? This looks like something I could... No? No, up here. Up here? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. So we find ourselves up in a situation here. Hard to overstate just how good this game feels, folks. And that's without the rumble. Because it really is just, you know... I don't like this. I don't like the... Well, you're good. You see this? It's like, just fucking let me figure it out by playing the game. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, I gotta... Oh, okay. 3DS Online only went down last year. That's wild. You can also really hear the, in the music, you can hear the Game Freak style. I don't know if it's the same composers who worked on Pokemon or not, but it's got that feel to it for sure. I want whatever this is. Nice. Yeah, they made the new 2DS XL. I have one of those. It's a pretty good console, but it's just not the same without the 3D, honestly. But I do have both. There was also, did anybody ever play the can't do that. Did anybody ever play the Fire Emblem for the 3DS? I think it was Fire Emblem Awakening. That was a really good game. Not as good as Three Houses. Three Houses is still the best Fire Emblem game, but... Come on, baby. Oh. Still not enough, huh? We'll need a third gear. Now, where would I find one of those? I already went over here, didn't I? Or didn't I? Yeah, I did. And I think... New Nintendo 2DS XL is one of the best product titles of all time. No, I know, it's so bad. Have you seen Arcane? What's Arcane? I'm not familiar with that. Ah. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something in here, but I don't know what. I can't go up there. None of these walls seem to be malleable. Three Hopes is the Three Houses sequel alternate universe? When did that come out? I didn't hear about that one. I'm also just not as into video games as I was, like, during the pandemic. Just because, you know, that's kind of all you have time. That's all you can do when you're locked inside for hours and hours and hours on end. Oh, here we go. I don't... Okay, cool. This should be cool. Nice. Have I fucked with Monster Hunter? I have not. Monster Hunter, that's like a... Is that like a FromSoft type game? Because I don't really like that kind of game very much, honestly. Like anything that involves having to memorize a bunch of patterns to defeat guys, just not really my wheelhouse. What I do like is games like this, honestly, just action platformers where there's really good flow and you don't really have to think too much. There's my gear. Monster Hunter is Capcom, third-person combat and exploration. Okay, so not unlike FromSoft, it sounds like. Hold down R when you hit the highest gear to keep the drill spinning. At third gear, you'll be born through box like butter. Let's go. All right, cool. Oh, baby. Yeah. Just remembering also how that feels when you have the Rumble Pack. Orgasmic bliss is the only way that I can really describe it. Oh my god, shut up. I know how to drill. That's one thing. I feel like this game could have done a better job of tutorializing it in a less annoying way, because I mean, you learn everything you need to learn just from the way that the game presents itself. I'm assuming that at some point during playtesting, there were some people who were having trouble with just figuring out the mechanics of like how to spin the drill and shit, and they were like, oh no, we have to work in an entire tutorial, but I'm not convinced that it's necessary. It's for children? You're for children, pal. How about that? How about that shit, huh? Mega Man, watch out for the helmet guy. Yeah, no. Or, let's do my best Dr. Light voice. You have to defeat all the monsters, Mega Man. That's a good thing, Mega Man. You have to capture all the... Mega Man, watch out for the hat guy, Mega Man. Was mine a Nintendo household? Mine was a Nintendo household. Pretty strictly, actually. I never had a non-Nintendo game console. And we were specifically a Nintendo portable household. So, like, we had Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS. I got a GameCube at one point, but I could never get along with my siblings about who got to play it when, so I ended up selling it out of spite. There we go. Monster Hunter is a lot of fun if you like learning a boss, but then just fighting that boss multiple times at varying difficulties. Okay. That is not me, but that does sound like a game that would be very enjoyable for people who do like that kind of thing. I've never really liked bosses, is the thing. Some people really just love the core mechanic of fighting a big boss. It's just never been me. I've always found it annoying. I think that in terms of, you know, boss... Oh, great. This is going to be a boss, actually, I think. Yeah, this is a boss. See, and I'm like... Okay, let's see. All right, there we go. Hell yeah. All right, this is relatively straightforward. Got him. Okay. Not really a boss. More like a mini-boss. Anyway, I've always been more of a fan of games where the core mechanic has to do with... What? Is this doing anything? No? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Move this way? Okay. Sorry, hold on, I was going to say something, but I don't... I'm not... It doesn't... I tried spinning the drill both ways, and it didn't... Hold on. What the hell? This doesn't seem to be working. It's opening the door slowly. Oh! Oh. Yeah, that's really wise. I was looking over at the right side of the screen and not the middle of the screen. I should have used all of my senses. There we go. Nice. Oh-ho. Now do I have to... Yeah, there we go. So now we got to use this to lower it. See, this is sensible. This is a thing that I can understand. Nice. Get back, right on. I'll come pick you up. Well, hell yeah. Well, folks, that's Drill Dozer. That's the first level of Drill Dozer. Well, I had some fun with that. Cool. All right, I'm going to go check out some other games now, once I have the chance to save this. Just taking a look through chat again as well, see what we got here. The drill dozer really took a beating. So this guy's got a bit of a crush on Jill here, our protagonist. I'll go ahead and save that bad boy. Progress has been saved. Let's go. Was Cave Story on the GBA? No, I don't believe so. I believe it was only on the DS. All right, let's go ahead and get out of that one. Let's take a look at some more of the backups that I have of games that I personally own. Let's see here. You know, one thing is Tetris Attack. This game whips.
Nintendo.
And let me just go ahead again and change the course so that it's just that. Let's play some Tetris Attack. And, versus? Yeah. All right. I'm basically just going to play some Tetris Attack here, and ain't nobody can stop me. I'm curious if anybody else played this game back in the day, or like, you know, Pokemon Puzzle League was the other version of this.
Hey.
Ah, damn it. One thing about this capture card is that the latency is a little annoying. Yeah, the Licky Juice sprite is really cute, isn't it? All of the character designs in this are really cute. And I think this was just after Yoshi's Island, if I'm not mistaken. And then wasn't, in Japan, when it was Panel de Pon, wasn't it, like a little witch girl or something like that? Or was it always Yoshi? I genuinely don't remember. This was one that I actually had on the Game Boy back in the day. There was a pretty good Game Boy port of this. And this is a game that I just really like to play in terms of, like, it puts me in flow. There's also a really cool GDQ of this game. I've never been at that level. My brain doesn't quite allow me to line up the everything in the way that I would like. Oh, I still need to change the category too. Do that in a little bit. Slightly Gerbert-esque. I'm afraid that you're low-key a Gerbert. Is Tetris 99 still running? I don't know if Tetris 99 is still running or not. Oh, no Tetris Attack category. That's too bad. I'll just switch over to retro then. They just had a cup with Zelda Echoes themed rewards. Nice. Anyway, we're gonna have a chance to see me here, sort of at the. I'm gonna get pushed to the limit by this game. Put it that way. Yeah, is anybody out there like really good at this kind of game? So I've always been merely serviceable. Ah, shit. What I need here is to... There we go. We'll get that. That'll 2x. 4. But yeah, curious to hear, like, people's favorite puzzle games. Really anything like that. Like, for me, Tetris Attack was... I'm okay at Tetris, but not great. I'm definitely better at Tetris Attack. And to be honest, I find it a little more fun. Whoops. But the problem is I'm just not very good at getting those big chains together. I can do 2, I can sometimes do 3, occasionally I can even do 4, but, like, not reliably. I don't know. You know, something I've been thinking about a lot lately is just the way that the horrors of the Imperial Core coming home to roost. It's something that I suppose on some level I did expect to see within my lifetime. Because, like, how could you not, right? How could it not happen? You get all the contradictions, they get heightened, blah, 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 blah. But it makes me wonder, like, how much pain are people going to have to experience in order to realize that this is real and does affect them, you know? I can't say I'm optimistic. And part of that, too, is just, you know, having this past... I mean, we just recorded the episode on Sunday, right? So we spent really most of the episode talking about the pandemic. So, like, it's an episode that is about Animal Crossing in the sense that it's about what we were doing while playing Animal Crossing, which is to say, experiencing a global pandemic. And what we sort of came away with was that we never, and again, this is not like brand new original observation or whatever, but it's like we all experience so much trauma as a result of that, like genuine pain. And I think you're exactly right, Ben Gone, if that's what you are. I suppose it's whose pain people will endure. And I think that so many people have so much pain that they have endured and want to reckon with on some level, but won't allow themselves to, because they've convinced themselves that survival requires them to not address it, you know? Because there's just this collective delusion that we can go back to the way that things used to be, or whatever. People aren't afraid to, or people are afraid. People are not willing to reckon with their own mortality, right? They're not willing to potentially address the things that hurt them. And I think that's really sad. Like there's no space right now in national politics in the United States or in the UK or really anywhere in the Anglo world that I've seen that has basically said it is okay to hurt, you know? We just would prefer for the pain not to happen. And maybe it's just that I've experienced, I think even, like we've all experienced so much pain, but I think I personally have experienced far more pain in the past few years than I would have liked to have experienced, and I'm only now starting to come to the point where I'm coming to terms with it. And that's after having really seriously thought about it and processed it and talked about it with a lot of different people, you know? COVID left a lot of people with denial as their only coping mechanism. I think that's exactly right. Because the alternative is accepting that things have in fact changed. And changed for the worse. Right? You can see reflections of that in climate change as well. How, like, it's so much easier to just engage that denial because it's less scary. Like, if the whole world is ultimately still within our control, that's a lot less scary. It's scarier to think that there might be things in this world that are either beyond your control or that are within some people's control but not yours, you know? Because that's the other piece of it, especially as regards climate change. There is nothing that you and I can do as individuals to stop climate change from happening, right? Like the idea of the carbon calculator, all that. Absolute straight up bullshit. Manufactured by fossil fuel companies, you know, especially the oil companies, to make you believe that your personal choices as a consumer can meaningfully affect these systems that are just so much larger than the individual consumer level. And it's worked. It's worked. You have people who are like, well, as long as I don't fly, as long as I carpool, as long as I recycle, and these are all good things, don't get me wrong, these are all things that help, but they're not sufficient. They're not sufficient to the magnitude of the problem. And that's okay, I guess. I don't know. Seems like where things are going is pretty bad. I don't know. I remember... Did anybody else, like, again, showing my age here, but does anybody else remember watching an Inconvenient Truth, like, when it came out? Because I was actually just rewatching the introduction of the original iPhone. And there is a part in there where Steve Jobs demonstrates visual voicemail, right? The way that iPhone does voicemail by playing a voicemail from Al Gore. And Al Gore's like, well, Steve, I gotta go train people in how to do my PowerPoint. And this was like, what, 2006, 7, something like that? And now we're coming up on like 20 years after that. And that was the last inflection point. Which is just crazy. All right, let's take a look at some of the chat. Sorry, I've just kind of been playing and babbling on. At this point, I'm kind of only kidding when I joke about gambling. My poor diet/lifestyle gets me before my life gets substantially worse because of everything. Well, okay, so here's the thing that I would say to that, right? And also, full disclosure, this is also me saying this, having spent a solid half of the past week literally just in bed, right? There's still utility, I think, in staying alive. And not just staying alive, but like living a life where you are meaningfully making a difference in the lives of others. And that does require... That requires staying alive. That requires maintaining some level of physical fitness. Because, like, to be again, I'm not being an optimist here at all. I'm a very pessimistic person, and I don't see the future getting any brighter in our immediate future. But we need people to take care of each other, to help bring about whatever the revolution ends up being. These are all things that matter. And we can't do that without you. Whoever you are, watching this right now. Like, it's funny, even just sitting here, being a streamer or whatever, right? I get so much joy out of the things that I read you writing. It means something, right? You are connecting with me in a meaningful way, and I hope I'm connecting with you in a meaningful way as well. I think that's the point of life. That and puzzle games. And immersive sims. Come on, baby. Getting pretty close. This should do it, I think. Come the fuck on. Yes! Just gonna read some other shit. It sucks so bad that we took such mental illness away from COVID more than the certainty that we need each other as a community members on a personal and societal scale. Yeah, no, for sure. The conception of mental illness as being this individualized struggle as opposed to a group issue. I mean, mental health and health more broadly, right? Like, we sacrificed the very idea of community health. That was the thing that died during the pandemic, at least in the US and the UK as I see it, was this idea that we all have a broader obligation to keep each other healthy, that there's no such thing as your health or my health, there's only our health. And like, yeah, of course there are things that I can do to stay healthy day to day. There are things that you can do to stay healthy day to day. But it's not as if our health lives as this abstract thing that we each have as like individual market consumers in a rational economy, right? That's just not how it is. But obviously, again, it's one of those things where it's like a collective versus an individual. Markets will always benefit. Capitalism will always benefit if we are living in a world that we conceive of, where we conceive of ourselves, I should say, as individual acting agents whose individual rational needs are the thing that drive the world. And that's just not how it is. Like, I remember when I was in college, for a political philosophy class, I want to say, I read Atlas Shrugged, just because I really wanted to see what it was all about, right? You have this idea of free-spirited, acting rational agents, rational self-interest, things of that nature. And I was just like, this is so fucking limited. You cannot conceive of these things. Like, it's almost sad in its way, the blinders that sort of thinking puts on your imagination. Because the best thing that you can possibly imagine in that world is, oh, what if I get a really good deal? What if I manage to start up a company that just really sells a great product? What if I manage to really fuck over my competitor in the marketplace of ideas? There's no room for real love or community or anything like that. And I remember just being shocked after reading it, because it was one of those things where you're always supposed to see the movers and shakers of the world as those rational, free-spirited individuals. The people who build our world, who structure our society, who order things, the John Galts of the world, right? They're the ones who really, really get it. And then you read this shit and you're like, there's nothing here, man. This is just like 800 pages of fucking nothing. What else we got? I'm just reading chat some more. During COVID, I had to go through radiotherapy, brain surgery, chemotherapy. It fucking sucks. Being alone in the hospital sucks so much. I feel that on a gut level. Speaking as someone who has spent a great deal of time alone in the hospital, it's awful. There's something just about the hospital itself, the environment, that dehumanizes you. And I don't know, I know a lot of you are in the UK, and I know US hospitals, historically at least, there's been a little bit of a difference just because of the NHS and all that, but the thing that always got me when I was in the hospital was thinking about how my body is a profit center. And, sometimes it would be a profit center for one side of the ledger, sometimes it would be a profit center for the other side. Was my body being capitalized on by health insurance companies? Was it being capitalized on by practitioners? Was it being capitalized on by the sort of weird, bureaucracy that has now built up that is an entire industry in its own right, where middlemen just make additional money off every treatment along the way? Like, you are as much a product as you are, I guess, consuming a product. Because the human body is an incredible potential profit center. Let's get a big chonky boy here. Damn it. This motherfucker said Poivik. No, not good. Not good. Not good, gang. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat Bowser here. That's gonna be a real trick. It's gonna be a real Joker's trick. Oh boy. I think I got this. I think we got this, boys. I think we got this. We win these. We win these. We fucking win these. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Have I read The Ragged Trousered Philanthropist? I have not. What's that all about? People are not just vessels for skills to be exploited by the property hoarding class. No, so true. So true. Like that's... You'll have to tell that to the capitalists, but you are completely fucking correct. By the way, I'm realizing I'm just kind of like rambling. My limited experience in the UK is less like you're a profit center and more like you're a nuisance or burden. Sure. In the way that the system is geared. That makes some sense, yeah. I can see that. Alright, so this should be... I think this is Kamek? Right? Yeah. Toadies, get that Yoshi. Nah, fuck you. All right, we're gonna get geared up. Focus, focus. There. Okay, this is pretty good. That should go. No. I don't know if we win this one, boys. Especially not after he dropped some of that garbage on us. That's gonna be a trick. I don't know. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We can work with this. Okay. Yes! Woo! All right. We're cooking, folks. We're cooking. We are cooking here today in Tetris Attack. Did I really lose? All right, this will be really interesting because I haven't played against Bowser in quite a while. What? You mean you dare challenge me? What a joke. Taste the bitterness of my wrath. Bowser talking like fucking Sephiroth here. All right, folks. This is gonna be. If I win, if I beat Bowser here, I'm expecting some Gerb Pogs in the chat at bare minimum. Because I can't even talk right now. I'm just so focused on beating Bowser. Oh boy. Okay, this is not good, folks. This is very bad indeed. Let's get these, pop those, and let's see what we can get here. All right, that goes 2. There we go. There we go. This, we might be cooking here. Gotta get that. Gotta get that boom boom pow. And, get this. Okay, that's double. That's some pretty good garbage. We might have this. We'll see. That's not good. No. I gotta match a couple. Oh shit, dude. Can I? No. Fuck. No way, I will not lose here. And try again. It's all right, we got this. I'm telling you, we got this. I didn't lock in for a sec there, and it cost me everything. The thing about this game is you have to be constantly using your peripheral vision to see where the potential combos are. And if you lose focus for even a moment, you will also then lose track of where the shit is that you can chain together, and that is what happened to me that time. So we're not going to allow that to happen again. Is basically the agenda. There, that's pretty good. Nice. No, fuck, I missed it. See, we might get this. If we can keep cooking at this pace, we win these. Come on, baby. Yes! Ugh! Okay. Blow, 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 blow. I better see some fucking Gerbpogs in the chat for that. Or something. Look at that. We just defeated Bowser. You don't defeat Bowser every day. He'll return soon to teach me once and for all. And then I think when you beat him here, then you can do it on like ultra hard mode and get the true ending. Oh, shit. That was great. We did it! Our world will now return to normal. I love it when my world returns to normal. Wait a moment, who's coming? Oh shit, it's a baby Yoshi. Youch! Oh my, if it isn't Little Yoshi. Yoo-hoo, it's Little Yoshi. Let's go play. Hey, you Koopa, I can beat you. Bring it on. Don't worry about Bowser, little one. What? Please say you're kidding me. It's not fair. I was gonna show you how cool I am. Woof woof. You can depend on me. Aroo! That little Yoshi, he's so cool. Ribbit ribbit. For someone who's not a frog, Ribbit. I sure do admire the little guy. Ribbit ribbit. Oh well. I guess it's okay. I don't have to be the star every time. Now, I can just sit back and relax. Well, I guess I'll just be taking a nap then. Caw, caw, Little Yoshi's it. Little Yoshi's it. What is going on? I'm not afraid of the big bad Bowser. We have defeated Bowser, but he's surely not beaten. What? We've only kicked him out for now. The Koopa King is crafty and very stubborn. I'm sure he'll be back, and soon. Please, tell me that you're only kidding. Well, I like having our friends all back. Tell me, how can we defeat him for good? Well, I have an idea. I think the only way is if we try again, but this time we can't continue. Oh. Anyone else can continue, but not me. I can't do it. I see. All right, well, GG, I suppose. Well, I don't really feel like playing more Tetris Attack. Maybe we can find something else to play. Let's see here. Oh, you know what I did actually want to show off? There is a rare Game Boy Advance game that not very many people know about. It's called Ninja 5-0. And this game kind of whips shit. And it was developed by Konami. And it's a really good... Is that not Ninja 5.0 like Hawaii 5.0? I mean, probably, but you have to understand, the name of the game is Ninja 5.0. Like, it's the digit 0. So the thing that's unique about this is that you've got a number of different little mechanics here. The big one is this, like, grapple. And then you can use that to get around by, like, grappling like that. It's a pretty cool game. And the way the grapple works is kind of like if you've ever played Worms, the ninja rope in Worms. It's a very similar mechanic. Ah! Get out of here. Yeah, get his ass. A little bit of Castlevania DNA, yeah, for sure. Oh. Oh. Well, he can't tolerate that because he's a ninja. Yeah, I got it. Got his ass. But yeah, I only heard about this game from, like, going through a list that somebody put together of, like, what are the really good underrated games for the GBA? And this is another one where if you want, like, an actual physical cartridge, it's gonna set you back a fucking arm and a leg. Okay, now, I don't know how to... Yeah! Okay, there we go. Now, what is this? Nice. Because basically, your mission in this game is to rescue all the hostages. Pretty straightforward. Ah. Oh boy. Yeah. Nice. And it's a cool game. Like, all the mechanics are really tight. I would say, yeah, if you're a fan of Castlevania style games, it's like that mixed in with a little bit of your classic, ninja game. Oh, damn it! Oh. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Why did it save? Anyway, this probably isn't all that fun to watch, but it's kind of an interesting game to play. What else we got? We've got some Game Boy Color games. We've got... I could play Dance Dance Revolution for the Game Boy. Has anybody ever seen Dance Dance Revolution for the Game Boy? What a bizarre, bizarre game. How does that work? I mean, you tap the buttons, pretty much. Like, let's do arcade mode. I mean, it is kind of cool hearing all these DDR songs as GBA chiptunes. I will say that. All right, let's do a trick level. So basically, oh. The problem is this, this is a little laggy. So I'm trying to tap in time with the rhythm, but it's actually because I get some lag from the converter thing. It doesn't quite get it right. Whoa! But basically, I'm just tapping on the D-pad in time to the rhythm. All right, well, that was something. That was terrible. All right. Well, that's enough of DDR for the Game Boy Color. Let's see what else we got. I do really like the, has anybody ever seen, there's the hack of Super Mario Land 6 Golden Coins, but they made it in color? This is really well done. God, where's a mushroom anyway? There we go. I mean, it really looks like it was made in color. And it wasn't. This is just a really good ROM hack. Ah! There was never an official colorized version. That is correct. There's also a colorized version of the first Super Mario Land. That's also a fan thing. It's also really good. But the thing about original Super Mario Land, as compared to 6 Golden Coins, is that obviously original Super Mario Land, much smaller sprites, much less detail. Whereas this takes much better advantage of all of the things that the Game Boy is able to show. Hell yeah. So I'm curious, for those of you who, regularly watch the Scratch, like appointment viewing, right? What are the things that you most enjoy seeing? Like, what do you tune in for? Just kind of trying to get a sense of what the things are that people really enjoy. And yes, that is a cowfish, to answer your question. Because of course it is. How could it not be a cowfish? You know what I'm saying? Like... You know what I maybe could do is I could potentially plug these headphones into the monitor? And that might get rid of the issue that I'm experiencing with lag, like sound lag. Let me see that. Just looking on here. Okay, I'm going to try plugging into the headphone jack on the monitor just to see if that works a little better. Okay, I plugged in. Now we're going to turn on the volume. Okay, so... Oh, that's so much better. Okay. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do here, I'm going to go back. Now I can go back and play some DDR. Let's do, yeah. All right, let's take a look. Just getting back to chat here. Sorry, I was getting dialed in. House streams. Yep. Vibes and banter. Golf with friends. My summer car. Yeah. All right. Okay, so, why is my hair like this? Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, I really want to see if Butterfly is in here. There we go. All right. I love this little guy here, too. This is great. Searching for a man all across Japan just to find my samurai. Someone who is strong, but still a little shy. Yes, I need my samurai. I'm your little butterfly. Green, black, and blue make the colors in the sky. I'm your little butterfly. Green, black, and blue make the colors in the sky. Sing along if you know it, folks. This is a karaoke stream now. Oh, we're killing it now. I'm your little butterfly. Black and blue make the colors in the sky. Oh, I am fucking killing it at Dance Dance Revolution for the Game Boy Color now. Where's my samurai? Where's my samurai? Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's going to be an A. Easy A here. Easy A. Did I not get a letter ranking? All right, let me go back. Let me go back to one of the later ones, because I was at least getting letter rankings there. Let's do GB2. Oh, yeah. Oh, in the Navy. Let's go. All right. You can sail the 7 seas. Oh, now look at that's a fella right there. Don't tell me you're not a fan of that, Chad. I know you are. In the Navy. Oh, this is great. I mean, this is how you do chiptunes. I mean, the gameplay is a little weird, but oh, we're vibing now. In the Navy, in the Navy. Hell yeah. No, this is a classic, like, that's something to get you dancing there. C? Really? That was a C? That's some bullshit. Okay, we're gonna do more Captain Jack, obviously. Obviously. I'm genuinely so impressed with, like, this is taking full advantage of the Game Boy Color's musical abilities. Oh no! I accidentally made it go fast. Wow. Hell yeah. Okay, that's probably a C, yeah. Ooh, Paranoia. What else we got? Afronova. Oh, Can't Stop Falling in Love. Oh, I can... Oh, wow. I can really kick up the level here. Let's do this one. Look at this guy. Whoa, those flow ones are hard to do. Okay. Cool. Let's go back to mix 3. Or actually, what about this Disney mix? I'm curious about that. Oh, hell yeah. Mickey, obviously. Mickey Mouse March, Eurobeat? Oh, I was picking the song? Nah, this sucks. That sucks. We're out of here. Not interested. Not interested in this Disney-ass bullshit. I'm a Bimani enthusiast. I need my real... All right. All right, let's do this one. The Eurobeat mixes on the PS1 Disney DR were great. I bet they were. I'm just not very interested in the Game Boy versions of those, you know? No. Wow. This works so much better than it should. The only thing about it that's a little weird, so like you can use the D-pad for all the arrows, obviously, but then also the right arrow is triggered off the A button, and the down arrow is triggered off of the B button, and it's not the most intuitive thing in the world. Oh, I like this guy. I'm kind of surprised this didn't ever get released in North America. I just remember that when I was a kid, I played like a lot of DDR. Like, I was semi-competitive at one point. I wouldn't say I was ever great at it, but I could hold my own in, like, average arcade competition. So usually whenever I go to an arcade, if there's a DDR machine there, I'll hop on for a couple songs. Like, that is a surprisingly good facsimile. I mean, we got to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 007, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 007. Oh, failed. Oh, it was fun. Surprisingly good. All right, is there anything else that we could play for a little bit here? Just kind of looking at all the other options we have available. All of these fantastic games that I backed up personally from the cartridges that I own. Oh, Super Pinball Behind the Mask. Yes, I wanted to show everybody Super Pinball Behind the Mask. Because, like I said, this has my favorite menu I have ever seen in a video game. Look at this. This is the main menu. What? Hold on, let me move so that you can see the entire thing. I'm gonna kind of scale me down just a bit. It's very important that you see the whole thing. Look at that. So these are the three options. Competition, how many players, and then you can, pick. Conquest, nobody can beat me. That's the campaign. And then just exit. And if you say exit, it just goes back to this. Like, this is so good. Now, the thing is, too, just looking at this, you might not understand. It's not entirely clear. Like, the competition, this allows you to pick which one of these three you want to play. There's three. There's Jolly Joker, Blackbeard and Ironman, and Wizard. And then you can just pick it from there, right? But the, Get ready. I'm going to go ahead and quit back out of this for a sec. Or I guess I'll just quit and reopen the thing. Have I ever played G Darius? I have not played G Darius. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do Conquest mode, though, because basically what this is it's like you're playing through each game in order. But yeah, if I ever make a video game, I'm just going to steal this menu screen. No question. It's so fucking good. All right, it's time for the Jolly Joker. Get ready. Get ready. And I would say that this is definitely an above average pinball simulation for the time. There are a few issues. The biggest issue is that when you get multi-ball going, there's no collision detection between the balls. The other big issue is that the rule set is just not very fun. But on design and aesthetics alone, this game fucking stays winning, as you can clearly see. Ah. So basically, the way to get big points in this game is you have to hit the right scoop over there, like on the very far right. The very far right thing there, right? You hit it up in there, that advances Joker, and then once you've advanced Joker all the way, spelled out Joker, that qualifies multi-ball. And then, obviously from there, you just score the jackpot in multi-ball. That's how you get your good points. Some of these shots are hard to hit, too, is the other thing. But just on aesthetics, like, come on. I'm actually a little bit obsessed with, like, old pinball simulations. There is a, for the classic Nintendo Entertainment System, there is a game, a pinball game, that includes a couple real pinball machines. In fact, I think maybe they put out a cartridge for each machine, because I remember there was one for High Speed, which was a Williams game, if I recall correctly. Anyway, we're just gonna fumble around here and try to defeat the Jolly Joker. I remember playing with some kind of native Windows pinball sim. Yeah, you're talking about 3D Space Cadet. That game was actually originally developed by Maxis, and then Microsoft added it as a pack-in title for 95 Plus, if I recall correctly. Good game. Not actually developed by Microsoft, though. It's developed by Maxis. Okay, I'm trying to spell Joker on the ramp there, but then I think... Hello. Ah! Actually, I have a quick question for chat. I'm gonna put a poll in here. All right. 1 minute snap poll. Sound off. Sound off in the poll. I want to know where everybody's at on this issue. This is a tough one. Yeah, would you allow it to happen? You'd beg him. Oh. Like, I think it's pretty clear that this guy's a pervert. I think we can see that in his eyes. Now, this is a classic situation. This is the kind of discussion I come to Scrunch for. Oh, wow. That's a resounding no. That's a resounding no from the... I'm actually, I kind of thought that... I thought that would be a bit more mixed. 83% said no.
Get ready.
Get ready. That doesn't do it for you? Get ready. You believe that the Jolly Joker is a cishet male? You're making a lot of assumptions about the Jolly Joker that I don't know that I necessarily can endorse. I think you know what happens when you assume. It makes an ass of you, me, and the Jolly Joker. I still actually have yet to defeat the Jolly Joker in this mode. And if I fail to do so this time around, I think I'm just going to go into one of the other games. Come on, man. That is so hard to hit. Doesn't the Jolly Joker's laugh sound like Tommy Wiseau? A little bit, I guess. I mean, because Tommy Wiseau is like... That's not quite the Jolly Joker. The Jolly People's Joker. That's actually a really good point. I never thought about it that way. There we go. Okay, now we qualify multi-ball. And you're going to see what I was talking about here. Like, this is how you make the points. This is how you make big points. But the problem is that the balls don't have collision into each other. And so you can't do a lot of the techniques that you kind of need to do. So you can see the balls just become one. It's a bit of an issue. But we'll try to hit that shot. Because, like, a big technique when you play multi-ball in pinball in real life is using the way that the balls carom into each other to give yourself an advantage. Okay. So there, we've qualified the Super Jackpot. Nope. Oh, well. What about the Jelly Joker? I'm not familiar with that guy. I'm not familiar with him. Should I be? Like, if that's a guy who I ought to know... Oh, multi-ball, obviously. All right, let's see if we can score the Super Jack this time. It's like, this is a standard issue Jolly Joker type situation. There we go. Come on. Oh, I missed. No! The Jolly Joker has null fielding energy. You're not wrong. Let me expand the question from before. All right, this is a bit broader of a question, and I'm very curious to see how this shakes out. Because I'm being less prescriptive now. I'm just sort of opening the floor for really any... Like, we try to be expansive, you know? Nope. Damn it. Well, I think I've been defeated by the Jolly Joker. What a pity.
Want to try again?
No, I don't. All right, so let's go ahead here and try a different one. All right, let's see. What kind of results are we getting? Wow! Wow, I'm actually genuinely surprised that more people are not horny for the Jolly Joker. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that, like, he's one of those guys I can see people maybe having a thing for. All right, we'll try the next game and see if maybe one of these guys is more to the sensibility of chat. If we play a little Blackbeard and Ironman.
Get ready.
Get ready. Okay. I'm actually not sure that any of these guys are distinct enough to have a thing for or not have a thing for. I am having fun, though. I'll say that for sure. You're more willing to fuck this guy? Okay. I mean, that's good. We take these. Whoa. Oh, that's kind of fun. That little shot up the middle. That's kind of like Fishtails, if you've ever played that. Like, they just stole the boat ramp from Fishtails. It's fun, though. I think in general I'm vibing with the gameplay of this one more than the Jolly Joker. Though I will say that the Jolly Joker himself has a certain je ne sais quoi. This music also whips shit. How does this compare with aggressive alpine skiing, by the way? Is this more entertaining? Is this less entertaining? Is it about the same amount of entertainment? The skull's taking up too much of the playfield. You're not wrong. Here's what happens when I advance this right orbit all the way. This better give me something good. This better not be bullshit. Well, that's bullshit. It didn't do anything. I think maybe it gave me 10 million points. Really like this music, though. 0 out of 10, not enough beer? Huh. This is easier to listen to, but aggressive alpine skiing is more fun. This is just kind of boring. It is kind of boring, isn't it? All right, let's see about the third one. Let's see about the third game in the Jolly Joker trilogy. Aggressive alpine skiing was so much. That's true. I mean, it was aggressive alpine skiing. I don't know what else you would be expecting. All right, how about the wizard? Aggressive alpine ski in the final minutes of the Scrunch? I don't think so. Okay, how about this guy? How about this guy? How about this guy? All right, here we go. You think like what you liked about Jolly Joker is he's right there on the board? Yeah, no, for sure. Like the Jolly Joker. But again, let's take a look at this guy. Like really take a look at this guy. What do we think? Not much time left for the poll. I really need to know where people are at on this one. Okay, this is a little more evenly split. We're still on the no side of things with regard to this wizard, but okay. That's interesting. All right. Well, that's great. I mean, really, at this point, we've come to the end of our regularly scheduled scrunching time. Tell you what, I could take one more request. Is there a game that you particularly love for the Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, or the Super Nintendo? If there's one that you love, I can maybe pop that bad boy up. I see Metal Gear Solid, and I think that's a great idea. How many of y'all played Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy? This game is remarkable. Aggressive alpine skiing. They didn't make aggressive alpine skiing for the Game Boy, weirdly enough. They probably should have. Oh. All right, I'm just going to skip the beginning because it's very long. Like, the way that this plays is a lot more like the Metal Gear games for the MSX. But it's pretty fun. I need to skip... Oh, God. I need to skip all this shit, though. All right. There's Jet Set Radio on the Game Boy Advance? I didn't know that. All right. Metal Gear. Chronologically, by the way, this actually takes place about, I think, a year after the events of the original Metal Gear Solid. Oh, shit. No. Oh, God. Oh, this AI is actually pretty good. Oh, I can't go to the truck. Okay, nice. Okay, looks like they're all going back to their stations except for this guy. What was it that I was supposed to do again? Ah! Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can pan... Oh, shit. Yeah, the soundtrack is crazy, right? Just a game that really takes advantage of the, what the Game Boy can do. Because again, this is a full separate entry in the series. It's got its own plot. Let's go up here. I think this is maybe where I'm supposed to go. Maybe? What was that noise? Is this Outer Heaven? I'm not sure. I skipped all the dialogue, so I don't actually know where I am. CQC this boy, maybe? Nice, got the gun. And yeah, good night to everybody who's going to bed. I'm going to keep playing this for a little while because it's just really fun. Are you familiar with Seeking Derangements? I am familiar with Seeking Derangements. Funny show. Funny people. Run! Oh god. Nice. Oh, nice. No. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, brother. Ah! This game is very difficult. In that regard, it also resembles its console forebears. All right, I'm fucking toast here, boys. That's it. That's so cool. All right, I am gonna call it for today. But thank you all for hanging out. I got murdered in the chalky milk lake, and that seems like as good a place as any to end this stream. So we'll see you back either on Wednesday for the morning scrunch or for the regularly scheduled scrunch on Thursday. Farewell, everybody. Thanks for coming through. Bye.